Hey guys, so I guess you heard about Josh Duggar's recent sentence. It's 151 months, which is about 12.5 years. And he was in prison for about 6 months, give or take. So he is, let's just round it, put from the time he was convicted in December till he was, you know, till it's about 13 years, give or take. And he's not remorseful in any way, shape, or form. That is the thing. They did drop one of the charges which the judge said he would do, but the other one he actually was convicted on. He is sentenced for that, and which here's the thing, just because that one charge it was 2 counts, but it was dropped because it was a lesser charge, which means even though it's about 13 years, give or take, total, like that, he could serve at most. There could be some other charges, I really doubt he'll get out for good behavior, but there could be in the future. There could be some other charges that could be filed. There could be other stuff that could happen. So just because the other one was dropped doesn't mean that they can't sentence him later. So that explains that. Also, the stuff with his sister. Ugh. Don't get me started on that. There were some factors that were kind of like, adjusted. A lot of people were wanting like 30 years to life, which, given the charges he actually had, was up to 20 years max. So in this case, I would have wanted either 20 years or life. So, but that's just me. That I could, but I'm pretty. Look, here's the thing. Many people wanted 20 years or more, 20 years to life at most. And here's the thing: a lot of people who don't like jail, they don't like prison, they don't think it's good, they don't all that stuff. They don't technically think prison or jail is a good option, but again, let me just play devil's advocate in this place. In his case, I do think that this is a good thing for him because, look, his family is rich. The Duggars are rich. Although technically, there are there's also some mitigating factors of that. But his family is rich; they could easily pay whatever fines that they need. I'm putting that in quotes because it's like, because to them it was. And remember, Jill and Derek actually had to sue to get minimum wage. And the fact that the kids weren't paid, that's why they're so rich. That's why they're so rich. Jim Bob is so rich, is because it's, there's a Bible verse that talks about the sins of the father and stuff. This is what Josh is doing. Well, I'm not going to go there. Okay, let's just keep this. Let's just try and keep this PG. Okay, I'm not going there. But I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that in the future that there's something else that happens and they recharge him with the second charge or whatever. Yeah, the second charge that was dropped. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that in the next, however much time he spends in prison, that I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that the dude is going to get charged with something else and he has to stay in prison longer. Fingers crossed. I would keep my fingers crossed that he's actually going to be like that. This will, something else that he'll never get out of prison. Many people are outraged with the fact that he only got like 12 and a half-ish years. I'm like, ugh. Look, I know this is kind of like a shorter sentence than we expected, but at least the judge actually didn't. Could you imagine if the judge like sentenced him to 5 years? 5 years. Can you imagine if his dad, if he only got 5 years? Oh my God. Thank God he actually got more than. Thank God he got more than 10 years. Thank God. Again, it's like 3/4 of what they could have sentenced him to, roughly. But thank God he got more time than we expected. So thank God. I doubt that he'll ever. I doubt he'll ever like accept it, or same with the family. I doubt they'll ever accept it. So just fingers crossed that he gets more time than we need with the second charge. Here's hoping.